Hello, hello. Welcome to my space. I hope you are doing well. So, we are going to get immediately into a reading. Let me just move a little bit. I hope that the camera is not moving. I just moved the mic because it was a little bit in my face. So, before we start, just a reminder this is a collective reading, which means that it is a group reading, which means that it might be for you, it might be partly for you, and it might not be for you. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. You are already supposed to know what I am talking about. I'm just here in order to give you a little bit more information, some insights, maybe confirmation. If I'm talking about masculines or feminines, I am not especially talking about the gender, I'm talking about the energy from where someone is operating, so apply it however it applies to the roles in your life, and this can be past, present, or future. So we already have a card that fell, reckless in reverse. It is written, you're acting like you don't care and waiting for it to crash and burn. Be warned, it's easier to change course now than to clean up the mess later on. This has backlashed, backfired, lack of commitments. Kind of feel that this goes together, right? Let's see. What do we have here? Obligation in reverse. Yeah, it kind of feels that somebody here took everything, like, I don't care. Yes, yes, no, no. Acting recklessly and not willing to deal with the consequences here. They have done something that they shouldn't have done with this poor investment in reverse. Kind of feel that they realize now that they should have invested differently. You might have put an ending to this connection. Might be a romantic connection that you were involved into and the person was not very clear. Or they might have pretended that they were, but they were not truly. They might have tried to play it cool. We see it a lot, People who try to play it cool, with all the games and like they receive your message and instead of answering, they are waiting sometimes so they can look cool. I don't know why this is what I'm getting here. I kind of feel that you put an end to this connection because this person might have found excuses all the time regarding their behavior, and you might have said, you know what, I don't eat those excuses, it doesn't sound right to me. It seems like the lesson here was about boundaries, so maybe learning how to put boundaries, respecting your boundaries, maybe putting up boundaries, and if people don't respect your boundaries, then taking distance, like forcing people to respect your boundaries, in fact, because boundaries, you put them up, and it's not up to people to receive them or not. It is about you to know your boundaries, to say them, and if somebody is not respecting your boundaries, there are consequences, right? You are not supposed to repeat your boundaries over and over again and hope that a person that doesn't respect them will suddenly respect them. It's truly, okay, this is going, I need this. If this is not happening, then this is what I am going to do, right? And so if they don't respect the boundary, you do whatever you said that you would do. Okay, we have external influence here. It is in the 8th place, so it kind of feels here. Once again, I see this alpha guru, telling people how they should act in relationships, but in fact it's not in order to have a healthy relationship and a good partnership. It's all about domination, you know. I am the king of the jungle. Um, okay, we have the red flag here in reverse. Yeah, I kind of feel here that you were dealing with someone who was reckless, and at the end of the day, you might have come to the conclusion that the kind of relationship, I kind of feel that all this situation might have helped you in being able to understand what kind of relationship you want and what kind of relationship you don't want. It might have changed the way that you perceive red flags, right? Like, for example, you might have had in your mind that you don't want to have a relationship with someone who doesn't have a child if you have a child and you are a single parent, for example. Or the opposite, that you have no children and so you want a relationship with someone who, same, you know, something like that. Or you know, like having red flags that might have been based on life experiences of the past, but in fact, the red flag that you had was kind of a conclusion that might not have been right. And that suddenly you realized other things. You know, it might also be, you know, sometimes we have red flags that are in fact, or they might be superficial in some kind of way, or they might be inherited red flags, things that we have seen through other people, but we haven't experienced them, and so we have the story, the narrative of somebody else, and also we are not other people. So something that might be bothering to somebody else might not be bothering to you, in fact, right? But I kind of feel here that there is something. We have the red flags here in reverse. So I kind of feel here two options. One of them, it is that you might not be a red flag, or the red flag that somebody saw in you, in fact, were wrong, simply. They might have thought that you had some kind of red flags based on external influences, and it might also be you that suddenly you might have paid attention, that you should have paid attention to red flags and you didn't, or that some red flags that you might have had in the past and that might have made you push to the side people for some kind of reason maybe you shouldn't have, right? Something like that. We will get deeper into the tarot, we will understand. The necessary ending in the fifth position for me, you know, this is a place of change, of choice, of taking another path. So the necessary ending here, it kind of feels that you listen to what you needed to do. You had to make a choice, and you did the choice of ending this connection, which doesn't matter which one it was. I don't know why I kind of feel a romantic connection here. But it doesn't have to be, right? We all have different stories. But it feels a little bit with the lack of commitment. Even though, you know, with a friend also, if you feel that they, you know, it's just how it's comfortable for them and that their heart is not in the right space. Especially that we have here the obligation in reverse, so it's like it might be somebody very selfish that you were dealing with. Maybe somebody who didn't feel that they needed to invest in you for some kind of reason. Okay, let's see, let's get into the tarot and let's get a little bit more. I have to say that I kind of feel with this reckless in reverse, I kind of feel that we might be, first of all, what is obvious to me, it is that you and this person, you are not operating on the same level at all, right? So there might be attraction, there might be, if it's a friend, some common ground. Sometimes the common ground in the beginning, it is something that has to do with life itself, like you have children and they have children of the same age, things like this. But it might also be a common wound, you are divorced, they are divorced freshly. Your perception of things might be the same. But at the end of the day, the way that you are operating is very different, because we might be, um, somebody who is all about life experiences and fun and living their life at the most, but at party level and travel and you are very deep. It doesn't mean that two people like that cannot connect. They can, absolutely. And if you ask me, it's even interesting. It might be interesting if there is true, if the heart is at the same, operating kind of at the same level. I personally like people that are different from me, because I kind of feel that it's more interesting, right? I also like people that I feel that we recognize one another and we understand one another, but I am kind of open to people that are kind of different, because I think that there is something very, very interesting there. So, tell me more here. Tell me more here, please. The Three of Cups in reverse and the Nine of Wands. Listen, we have external influence here in the 8th position, and then we have this Three of Cups in reverse. This tells me that there were a lot of people here around this connection. Not especially good people. It might be people that were all about getting into your business, giving unsolicited advice, loving to gossip about you. Maybe with this lack of commitment here, the person was more about partying, and their group of friends here, it doesn't look very healthy, right? The Three of Cups is in reverse. Yeah. And then we have the Nine of Wands here in reverse. Let me check that you can see the cards. You absolutely can. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I kind of feel here that this person, whoever we are talking about, they might have had a group of friends that you didn't like. You felt that there was something there that was... I kind of feel immature. Yeah, maybe immature here. It was not your energy, right? It was not your energy. You didn't feel them. You didn't trust them. There was something here about a group of people that you didn't feel that you could trust them. You didn't feel safe with them. We might be talking about friends. We might also be talking about family. Maybe this person wanted to force you into their group of friends and you didn't like it because you didn't see any interest there. Or at the opposite, they didn't want you to get close to their friends, and there was something here with the friends. That at the end of the day, this might be the reason why you felt that there was something here. That this here tells me feeling unsafe. The Nine of Wands here with this Three of Cups in reverse, you didn't feel safe with those friends, with this group, with this community, maybe the family. Usually it's more about friends or colleagues or something like that. Yeah, I kind of feel here that you didn't feel safe with them at all. Maybe they were the ones that were not respecting boundaries, getting into your business, not taking consideration if it's a relationship, your intimacy and your privacy. Yeah, and it seemed like the person that you were involved with they couldn't see something. We might be also talking about an ex that doesn't respect boundaries, that is always into the relationship and trying to push your person not to be able to totally commit to you. And I kind of feel that your person might not have even realized that. Like they were blind, they didn't know what to do, what to decide. Um, yeah, I kind of feel that we might be talking here about someone who's still dealing with his ex. It might be a baby parent, a baby mama, a baby daddy, but I kind of feel that to you, it was kind of obvious that this person was trying to uh, insert themselves in your relationship, and the intention was truly for this person not to be able to totally commit to you. Even if they were committed to you, because they didn't know how to put boundaries with this ex, and this ex knew it. At the end of the day, you might have understood that if you wanted to stay in this relationship, you would have to deal with this toxic ex that did everything in their power in order. You know, it's like the person that cannot stand the fact that somebody else is taking their place. And so, like, I'm the queen of the harem, so I might be the ex, and now you might be the new one, but I don't care. You will have to respect me. You will have to obey to my rules. I will prove to you that I am more important than you. So I will all the time come to your relationship, to your partner, and I will play this person like a toy, and you will see that you will never be able to have the relationship that you want. Like there is here some kind of power game, right? This is what I feel. Yeah, you lost your patience. You lost your patience. You lost your patience. I kind of feel because this person didn't want to see that their ex is a huge red flag. That it is truly somebody who is ill-intentioned. That they were wearing a mask. I kind of feel, that it's the kind of person that when they were facing their ex or talking to their ex, so they were all sugary, sweet, smiling, touching even, and then let's say you were in the kitchen, they were coming to the kitchen, and then they were showing their true face. But the ex somehow never showed the true face, and so when you might have tried to explain what's going on, the ex was saying that in fact you were jealous. They didn't see. They just didn't see. Tell me more here, please. Yeah, they didn't see. Look, the sun is in reverse. They didn't see how this person, this ex, was acting in strategic way. Yeah. They didn't see that this ex was doing everything in order to maintain their status, and that they were extremely disrespectful to you and to your relationship. Yeah, and I truly feel that when you were trying to talk about it, it was you are jealous, you are insecure, you don't know this person, while in fact it's your ex that didn't know this person, right? Your ex or your partner. I don't know where you are in this connection, but it kind of feels here. They were totally blind to the fact that this person was putting up a front with them, but behind their back, they were scary. I kind of feel that this ex was scary, and they were intentionally scary because they wanted you to run away. This was the intention. Tell me more here, please. You see the Emperor, it came out like this. We are talking here about someone that I want to say is a follower. It is not a leader, right? They should have seen what was going on. They should have taken the lead. They should have put boundaries. They should have been able to see that this ex was creating fake issues. They should have realized that their ex was truly pushing themselves into their life in order for them not to be able to be totally committed in their relationship, to truly destroy the relationship. But they couldn't see it. They couldn't see, they didn't put the right boundaries, they refused to accept the red flags that you saw and you said to them. And I kind of feel that you had no other choice but to put an ending to this connection, because you understood that it wouldn't matter if your person couldn't understand that they were a puppet in their ex's desires. You know, it's the kind of ex that if they have children together, so even if it's their week to be with the children, and so you are supposed to have some time with your partner alone, they would create fake rules, you know. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's my week, if our child has this or that or that or that, you have to come. You have to be there. If you are not there, then you are a bad parent. You know, putting all kind of fake things, while when it's the opposite, they would do it too, because yeah, it's like an ex that doesn't want to let go. They don't want to let go, and your partner couldn't see it, and they didn't take the lead, and they were blinded. I'm very attracted to this victim's mentality in reverse, and I kind of feel that this is a little bit what the ex was doing, right? Let's say that they were with the kids, suddenly they said that they need to go to the hospital because they have some kind of sickness or something like that, like they ate something not right, and so they are, you know, they have a stomach flu, I don't know, something like that. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit, but it was always, you know, to kind of tear, pull on the empathy of your person, and it was truly a way for this person, you know, to. It's like it's my territory. You won't get into my territory. I will prove you that you don't have your place in my territory. It might also be a parent, for example, right? A mother, something like that, that think that you are not good enough, you know, and it's not that you are not good enough, you can be too good, right? So they feel threatened. Or they want this person to be with the ex, they don't accept the separation or the divorce, and so they want you out, and so they are turning your life into a nightmare. Might also be the case here. Tell me more. Yeah, you needed to put down the burdens. I kind of feel that, you know, you might have tried to explain to this person what was going on. You truly tried. But I kind of feel that you lost your patience here. You totally lost your patience. You had to take control of your life. You had to move on. Because there were unnecessary burdens, unnecessary drama, and now looking at this Three of Cups, I kind of feel, you know, that this person, this ex or this parent, has done everything in their power, taking a whole group of people and painting you truly in such a bad light, So it's truly somebody who wanted to destroy you in order to maintain their territory. This is what I feel here. And I kind of feel that they had some kind of support there, of friends, of family, something like that. They didn't see what was truly happening there. Tell me more here, please. Yeah, it was absolutely leading nowhere. It was leading nowhere because this person didn't see. Look, we have also the Three of Pentacles here in reverse. This person was not working with you. You might have felt that even though they are divorced or separated, your person is more in a team with their ex or their family or whatever than with you. Yeah, they were not working with you. They didn't see what you saw. It's the kind of situation where you might have wanted to record what's going on in order for your person to see the truth, to have a proof for them to awaken to the kind of toxicity and how they were blind, in fact. Yeah, they were totally blind. Yeah. Tell me more here. Why is this coming up? What should we know about this situation? Yeah, this card was turning. Yeah, you felt betrayed in this relationship, and it's not without reason. I kind of feel that you might have truly thought that there was such a good potential in this relationship because there were things that were truly important, that you were vibing, with this person. But considering the whole surrounding and how your person didn't see that, at the end of the day, you couldn't have a peaceful relationship, and you wouldn't have been able to have a peaceful relationship unless your person would awaken. It's like, no, it's family, it's important, I want to maintain some kind of peace, but they don't realize that in fact, in order to maintain this kind of peace, they in fact need to go back to their ex. Because this ex or this parent will do everything in their power for them not to have peace. It's very intentional. Always getting in their business, always trying to criticize, but like it's truly two-faced people. And this is why I say that ideally you should have been able to record who they are when they don't have their mask on, when they are not in front of your person, right? Yeah, I kind of feel that this person didn't want you to go. They didn't want you to go, but they didn't do what was needed in order for you not to go. And I kind of feel that truly you didn't want to go because you truly saw there something that might be amazing, but not in those conditions. Not with this person having no boundaries and allowing everyone into your relationship. Not seeing that they were dealing with narcissistic, abusive people that wanted to destroy every one of their relationship. This was truly the intention. I truly see, I don't know why, I see a feminine in my mind, right? But it doesn't have to be a feminine. But this is kind of what I feel is feminine energy, possessive and jealous. I am the queen of the harem. So yes, maybe now I don't have this place anymore because we are separated, but it doesn't matter. I am still the queen of the harem, and you will obey to me, and I will show you that in fact the prince, the king, they cannot resist me. I can do of them whatever I want, right? This is truly what I feel here. Tell me more here, please. The page of wands in reverse and the ace of wands in reverse. Yeah, I kind of feel here that you have tried to explain to them something and they didn't hear. So you needed to take matters in your own hands. And I feel that what you needed to do, it is simply move forward. Move forward. Because your person didn't understand that they were dealing here with people who were totally overpowered them. Somebody told me in the comments how I should have said it. It's not overpower, it is... I don't know. I think that you understand what I'm saying here, right? Yeah. In fact, your person or your ex, they had no control over their life. Because they didn't know how to put boundaries and they didn't understand that they were under some kind of abuse. They didn't see, they might have been naive, you know, because they should have seen that at the end of the day, they cannot be peaceful in their life because there are those people getting into their business. But yeah, I kind of feel that this person was not, didn't have the balls to do what is needed. Like maybe for them it was kind of comfortable. And they thought that you would never leave. And I think that maybe until you left, then maybe they understood that there are consequences to that. Like, or you learn how to adult and take control of your life and put straight boundaries and don't let anyone play with you and don't let anyone disrespect your relationship, or you will be stuck in this all the time. Because no partner has to deal this way with the ex or with the toxic parent or whatever it is. Tell me more here, please. What makes me sad here, it is that I truly feel that when you were trying to express what was going on, this person was truly painting you as the problem. You know, maybe they have children with an ex and you don't. And so it was like, yeah, you don't understand because you don't have a baby parent. What can you answer to that, you know? And I kind of feel that they made you feel like you have a problem. It is your problem. You don't understand this. You know, when those things happen, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You know what? Maybe it is my problem. Maybe, you know? Doesn't matter. I'm not happy. So either we find a way here to make it a safe a safe home or not. You know, when you want to talk about an issue and a person make you feel that you are the issue, have no problem to say, I don't care to be the issue. I'm still not staying in this situation. So either we find a solution or not. You know, because this Darvo, this if you don't know what Darvo is, please go and look at it. But you know, this gaslighting or this projection, you are the problem, so you need to deal with that. You can totally accept, you know, say, you know what, if you think that I am the problem, I might be the problem, but I still have a problem. So either we work together or we don't. And if we don't, so I'm taking the consequences. I will do whatever I need to do in order for this problem to be resolved. And if you are not participating to it and it's all on me, then no problem. I'm taking charge. I'm taking the decisions. Goodbye. Understand? Yeah. You could see the truth here. You could see the truth. We have the Four of Wands here. It is in the upright. I kind of feel that you felt that if you want to feel stable and you want to be happy, you have to face the truth here. It might also mean here that this person now that I kind of feel that you might have gone, or they understand that you are very serious about leaving, because they cannot truly commit to your relationship, even though they might be totally committed. But they don't understand that they still have one foot with their ex, even if they don't want to. But if they cannot put boundaries, it doesn't matter at the end. The result is the same. Tell me more here, please, about the Knight of Swords and the Four of Wands. The Four of Swords. Yeah, and the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I think that for you, you could truly feel that at the end of the day, this ex or this parent, they didn't cut the cord, right? They didn't cut the cord. You could see that for them, the house was still their house, your partner was still their partner, something like that. Like, I truly see here the queen of the harem that is supposed to leave the harem, but no, she's not leaving. She's staying there. And she also makes your partner feel that this is what she is supposed to do, and she might have the support of the parents that are making your partner feel like they are in the wrong. Yeah, there is too much external influence here, right? Yeah. Your partner should stop and think, but this is exactly what they don't allow them to do. They are being overbearing in order to control them, not to allow any second. You know, you don't have one moment of peace and quiet, and it is very, very intentional. Yeah, I feel here that this ex has people working with them. They might have either be very open and say, no, I want the relationship back for the children, for this, for that. Or they might have painted you as some horrible person, right? Based on lies. Because I kind of feel here that we are talking about somebody very, very karmic. So they could say whatever they want in order to get what they want, right? Tell me more here, please. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, you needed to put a total ending to this relationship. We have the Death. We have the Two of Cups in reverse. You needed to put an ending to this relationship because your person didn't put a total end. With the Death card, you know, it's an ending for a new beginning. Here, I kind of feel that they wanted, like, there is this ending with the ex, which might have allowed him or her a new beginning with you, but in fact, for the ex, it's not the case. It's like, you know, if this ex, let's say that at a certain moment, this ex have said, okay, I want a divorce, you know, but it was just a provocation, and so your person has said, okay, but in fact, it's not what they wanted. So they play the game out of ego, maybe, or thinking that their ex wouldn't move on, and then the ex is moving on, but they refuse because they wanted a new beginning. So they don't tolerate anyone, and they will try to destroy anyone who is coming in, because the ex wants the partner back. But they played as if they didn't, right? Like it's an ending. Let's see here. Closure, please. Yeah, listen. You were miserable. You were miserable in this connection. You had to find your own balance. I kind of feel that you got to a place where you understood. that your person was a jelly bag, right? They were a jelly bag. They might, they might think that they are so empathetic and so loving and so caring, and they are giving of themselves. They want to be the perfect person. They don't understand like boundaries. They don't understand that in fact, maybe they are generous to their ex, but at the end of the day, they are treating you like shit, and that you are just losing your time. That this person is truly not a good investment, because they are taking on themselves obligations that are not. That are not. They are being manipulated, and they don't see that. They don't see that because they are accepting those manipulations and taking on themselves responsibilities and tasks that are not supposed to be theirs, they are unable to totally commit to the relationship that they are into. And they don't realize that their ex or their parent or whoever we are talking about, that they are doing it on purpose. It's written. You're acting like you don't care and waiting for it to crash and burn. Be warned, it's easier to change course now than to clean up the mess later on. I kind of feel that this is what the ex did, right? They pretended something in order to, thinking that they would know the outcome. They didn't expect somebody else to come into the picture. And they will do everything in order to destroy this relationship. With you or with somebody else, right? It doesn't matter. And your person blind to it. It's very painful, those kind of connections. It's very painful because you might have a great person and everything, but at the end of the day, if they don't understand that they are dealing with abusive people around them, people that are playing with them, that are taking control over their life, and they don't put the boundaries, yeah, you become the puppet, right, of this manipulation. Your boundaries are not respected at the end of the day. So it's very painful because it is a necessary ending. It is not an ending that you want. But at the end of the day, it's either that or spending your time being frustrated. And this is exactly what the person who is involving themselves in the connection, this is what they want. They want you to be frustrated. They want you to go, to leave, to... Right? It's their intention. And sometimes you want to fight because you want to fight for the connection, and you want to fight for your person because you see how unfair it is. And also you don't want to make the other person win. But at the end, it is at the expense of you. It's at the expense of your own stability, your own happiness. Because your person, even if they think that they are committed, they are not totally committed. Because if they don't put the boundaries with their ex, they are still committed to the ex or to their toxic parent or whatever it may be. Right? Let's see, is there anything else here? Yeah, I kind of feel that you might have felt that you were dealing here with someone who was truly blinded. They didn't see. They didn't see what you saw, and you needed to put a judgment on the situation. Yeah, I kind of feel that you have been patient and you have tried to make this person understand what it demands to have a stable and happy connection. And that you need to protect your house. But they couldn't see it. They couldn't see it. Yeah. And I kind of feel that you are too independent also in order to accept for someone here somebody toxic behavior. This is my way or the highway. I will create rules that I will force everyone to apply, like I said about what they were doing with the children when it was their week You understand? Like they are creating rules that are comfortable for them, making other people guilty if they are not respecting their rules, right? Yeah. And your person didn't defend you, didn't defend themselves, didn't defend their relationship. I kind of feel that they are acting out of fear because they were supposed to see here that there was something that was not okay. But I kind of feel that this person is acting out of fear. I don't know why, but this is what I feel. Yeah, you needed to take distance because otherwise you would have to deal with this devil all your life, right? If you were staying in this relationship. Yeah. It was like of a package deal, right? If this person cannot put the boundaries and they don't see what's going on, so it's a package deal. Your person might not be the devil, but if they are dealing with the devil and they don't see it, then at the end of the day, if they are under the influence of the devil, so this is what you are dealing with. Why should you? Why should you? Yeah, no, I think that you understood that it doesn't matter how much love there is there, you have to move on. Yeah, yeah, you have to move on. You have to move on because you are not respected there. There is no abundance there. Your person, you might have felt that they have betrayed you over and over and over again, and you truly needed to take the time and think what to do. And think what to do. Because you were truly dealing here with somebody who was making a joke of you and your relationship. And your person was allowing this to happen, right? So, I will leave it here. I hope that it was helpful. I'll see you in the comments. Until very, very soon. Bye.